you so that we can hear. Thank you, Glen Oaks Escrow for recording that for me. Well, happy Monday to everybody. I hope everyone had a fabulous weekend. This is our last Monday meeting for February. I mean, for January, we're gonna head into February already. So I hope all of our agents are, have all their business plan ready and are executing it with a good, solid schedule, okay? I'm going to go ahead and introduce our spotlight for today. Our affiliate spotlight for today is Ann Cho with Top Escrow. She is downstairs. She occupies the corner of our first floor. Without further ado, Ann Cho.
Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm actually here on the Zoom call with our senior escrow officer manager, Linda. So I'm going to have her take the floor. She's having a little technical difficulty, so she won't be able to, you won't be able to see her face, but she's going to go ahead and start.
Hi, everybody. It's my pleasure to meet you here today. I need to share the screen for the PowerPoint.
Oh, give me 1 second then.
Yeah, Ruben has to make Linda the co-host. So he's going to the training room. There you go.
Just Linda?
Yeah, just me.
Yes.
All right, you guys should be okay.
Sharing. Am I sharing already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning, everybody. It's my pleasure to meet with you today. And we will continue with our last time we have a talk, like kind of introduce our office and about escrow. So today we're just going to refresh a little bit. So we're going to tell you what is escrow. Escrow is a third party, mutual third party that holds the assets and the funds. And we are handling the money and the documents in the transaction to ensure everything goes smoothly. And then today we're going to talk about the business transaction. So we're gonna share a little bit about the bulk sale because recently I have quite some few bulk sales coming. So I feel that, a lot of business right now are, in the market for sale. So what is why do we need to have escrow in a bulk sale? A lot of my sellers that I run into this that they do not want to have escrow for their bulk sale because they feel that they just want an easy and quick way out of the business. But for you to have a bulk sale escrow, that it gives you the protection. So because that when a buyer purchases a business through escrow, the business transfer to the buyer free and clear of any liens, and the buyer is not responsible for any debts or liens of the seller. And then give you the clarification. We are not only here to protect the buyer and seller, we also give the vendors or the providers a chance to get all their to demand for their money. As you know, a lot of supermarket, their vendor, they have a term to get payment. So when, like, if you're selling a supermarket and then they have a 60 days term, then you wanted to make sure that they have a chance to get their money. And then to handle the bulk sale through escrow is also more efficient because we are here actually to handle all the paperwork and to guide the buyer and seller and through the transaction. So this way, it allows both parties to focus more on their core responsibility without getting caught up on the complicated tests. So that is the reason why we want to have escrow for business transaction. And what do you do before you open the escrow? Of course, you need to have a good communication with your clients and to explain all the purchase contract. But it is also very important to prepare some of the documents and information to save time during the transaction. So it is important to make sure that the buyer had approved the book and record when open escrow, because I found that is one of the main reason that the buyer used to back out the transaction. So yeah, make sure that they have checked their book and record before the escrow is open or when you were signing the purchase contract. And also to make sure all the license information, the more information you get from the seller, the smoother and transaction that it will be. For example, you get the sales permit or you get like their corporation or LLC documents. This way, we can have the name, make sure the name is the correct name of the company. As you know, that one comma can lead to a different company. For example, George Realty Inc. can be one company and George Realty, Inc. can be another. So when we do our search and all that, we need to make sure that all the names are correct. Yeah, and it is very important for that. So this way, when we are doing the search or doing the publication, we can have the correct name. And make sure to get all the names that the seller had used for the transaction. So this for their business before. So this way, when we search, we can have the right information. We have a form, the information sheet that is available up on request. So then if you have an appointment with a seller to get the listing or to sign the purchase contract, please give us a call and we will provide you the information sheet. So this way you can have the seller to complete that when you are signing your contract. And by doing that, when you open the escrow, you see the escrow process right here. We're collecting the information. We already have it with the purchase contracts. So we not only can prepare our escrow documents correctly, we can send out the search, we can send out the publication faster. Like normally it would take about a week or so to get all those information in, but by doing that, collecting all those information, you already have it at the beginning. So that was, I would say, save you about a week or so. And then so our escrow process is, of course, we will have the purchase contract and then the escrow documents will be sent out after the initial deposit is in. If we don't get the information, normally this information will be sent with the escrow package to the seller to complete. And once we get that, we will do the UCC search. And then, of course, for search that we need to one more time, that is why it's important to have the correct name. For example, if your the seller's company is a Delaware company, then we have to search the state of Delaware instead of California. So it is very detail oriented. So it needs to be very correct on the names, and that is very important because if the name is corrected incorrectly, then when we do the publication, then we might have to republish again, and that will start another new time frame, and which will delay the closing. So we will do the UCC search, and there are a few releases that we need to request, and of course that is the basic process for the escrow. What is a UCC search? UCC search is like a preliminary title report for a business. So it kind of gives you all the documents that recorded on your business, such as a UCC1 or tax lien. So again, name is very important. So we need to have this correct seller's name, correct company name in order to do the search correctly. The more detail that you give us, the more accurate the report will come out to be. And what is the UCC1? UCC1 is like is a financing statement, which is like a deed of trust for a real estate transaction. So this way it will tell you what has been recorded on title. It might be a SBA loan. It might be a an owner carry from the previous transaction. So that tells the buyer what is on the business, or if they have any liens, tax liens, federal tax lien, and etc. And publication. Why do we need to publish? As I mentioned before, that gives the vendor time to demand for payment. And the publication needs the seller's name and the buyer's the seller's name and the business name, and the time frame for the publication is 12 business days. But the 12 business days start from the day they publish, and newspaper they don't publish on the same day. So normally that we will give a little bit extra time on that because we need to make sure when is actually go on the newspaper. So I think it would be safe if you tell your clients it takes 21 days, calendar days. Instead of 12 business days, because then this way you will have enough time, time allowed for it to get on the newspaper. And then we'll also order releases. These releases are for EDD. EDD is for the employment development. And this will notify the EDD that the business in escrow and to provide the final account status and payment. So this normally is for business with employees. So, if you need to transfer your employees, or if you need to, these are the releases that we will order from EDD. And of course, CDTFA is for sales permit. So then for when we send out our release to CDTFA, the seller will receive a letter from CDTFA, a forms complete. So then they can complete with their last quarter of their tax, so then it will be clear. But this does not release the seller's ability. They need to finalize their what the requirements before the CDTFA will send us the release. And then franchise tax board's FTB releases for the franchise tax board. These releases normally will take about 60 days. We don't really need to close, wait for the releases to close, but we will hold the seller's proceed. Or if the buyer and seller decide on a certain amount to hold from the seller's proceed, we can do that. So normally that is what we do. That if you have a 45 days escrow or 30 days escrow, then we fund for until we receive the release. And like I said, that these release does not release the seller's liability. They have to still finish filing what they need to file. Okay, but then these releases give the relief to the buyer. Then we'll talk about the leasehold and ABC and the business licenses. The lease for the business, normally we will need a new lease or an assignment of lease. For this, the buyer and seller will have to contact the landlord to get approval for the assignment of lease or a new lease. And once we receive that signed lease or the assignment of lease, we will send the lender a request for the lender's letters to confirm with them, and also to verify how they want us to handle the security deposit and the rent, if they want that to be handled directly or they want it to be handled through escrow. And for the ABC license, the liquor license, the liquor license transfer normally takes about, I would say 30 to 45 days. And then the buyer will need to make an appointment with ABC to start a process. So we can go into more details on that next time, or you can feel free to contact me if you have any more questions. For the business licenses, there are a lot of different businesses have different licenses. There are facilities, or they have health license, you know. And then there are like sales permits. Most of the time, these business licenses are to be handled outside of closing. So yeah, those you know, of course, every transaction is different. So then you know, we can talk about the details when it's time for you know, when you're ready. You know, we can customize it for you. Lastly, when it comes to closing, what do we need to close? For us to close escrow, of course, all the funds need to be in, all the document needs to be received, and all party needs to agree. So we will need to know by the buyer and seller the day that they wanted to close escrow, and then we will issue a final amendment to kind of conclude the whole transaction to close escrow. So this is our this like basic bulk sale transaction process and information. If you have anything or any question, please feel free to contact us.
Linda,
yes.
You know, I understand that not all the escrow company will do the business opportunity escrows.
Mm-hmm.
What's the reason? Is it because of economical reason or because of complexity?
I think that for a bulk sale, it's more liability.
More liability for who?
Yes.
For the escrow?
For escrow company.
Yes.
Because there is no title insurance involved.
Right.
I see. I see.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So since there's no title company, Peter, there's more risk for escrow to handle it, because if something were to happen. So I think a lot of escrow companies are afraid to take on that liability.
I see. So if you have more liability, so you have to charge the customer more money, right? For the business opportunity escrow.
Not as much as we want to, but yeah, it's just a little bit more, but yeah. And a lot of times, a lot of the bulk sales are lower prices, you know, yeah. So,
yeah,
but
because
we do have
most of the businesses, they are not very high price, you know.
Correct.
The 200,000, 300,000.
Right.
How much can you charge them?
Right.
I mean, maybe that's why some escrow company don't want to do any business opportunity escrows, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And you guys, I put Linda's information in the chat. It's the office number and email address if you guys have any questions for her.
Now, another way to transfer the business by stock sales, the purchase and sale of the stocks. So would you recommend that, or you're against that, Linda?
For stock exchange, like for the company share,
right.
we
much
normally
easier.
do it as,
I mean, you don't have to have escrow to. I mean, you could have escrow, but transfer stock you can actually do it with attorney, and then they can transfer the stock, and they can put the minutes and resolutions and transfer the stock certificates. That's it. You know, it's a much simpler process. But of course, the liability wise, it's not as clear.
Yeah, for transferring the stock, I have some that we are doing as the personal property. We're doing it as a holding escrow. So that is a different category. We can cover that maybe next time.
Okay.
As a personal property.
That's good. I think that's good. Yeah. We would like to hear from you about this aspect of transferring business.
Yes. I do have some that, that they do just want it by the company. So then we do it as a, personal property because sometimes there are certain things that they really don't need to like close the account or to transfer. So yeah, that is a different type that we do.
Yeah. Recently I have a case where they transfer the stocks without the escrow involvement, and without actually the attorneys going through the process. All they have drafted is the stock purchase agreement, and then the money exchanges, and it's such a mess, and now it's not even clear that the new the buyer had all the titles to the stocks. So that's
I think it is better to go through escrow. Personal property, the holding escrow is a little bit different than the bulk sale. It requires a different license not license, like insurance to do that. So we can talk about it next time more regarding that.
Good, very good. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. And we cannot hear you. Are you talking?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That was me. So thank you, Linda.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Anne. Really quick, I know we're running out of time, but Anne, do you want to say anything about what services you offer for listings?
Yes. So again, on top of all the experience that we have and how we do our escrow process, if you guys want to reach out to me, we have a marketing package promotion. So I will go into more detail once you do contact me, whether it be by phone or by appointment here in the office. Okay. But you guys have a great rest of the week. And like I said, business is picking up. So we're here to support you. And I always say, if you don't win, we don't win. So let's get this money.
Yeah, our success is with everybody's success. So thank you, Anne. Let's go on to John. John Wax, good morning.
Good morning. I know we have short time. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Peter and Ruben, for having me on. Just real quick, market is changing again. It's changing for the better. I see a lot more activity out there. Remember, order your NHD report, Snap NHD at time of listing, or even take it with you on a listing appointment. It is required for even leases. We have the free lease report. We do have special pricing for you on the NHD tax and environmental reports, as well as we do have the property tax estimator right on the website. And my biggest tip to you is don't be a secret agent. Always wear your badges, have cards, pens, appropriate documents with you, because you never know where that next deal is coming from. Let's have a wonderful close to January and an awesome start to February. Thank you. Information in the chat.
Awesome, John. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's move on to, we have some guests in person today. I'm going to hand it over to Glen Oaks Escrow.
Hi, this is Jacqueline and Betty. Hey, Glen Oaks Escrow. We're in the office today because I wanted to introduce Julia, who's our sales rep for our office, and I'm going to turn it over to Julia.
Hi, everyone. Really quickly, I'm the business development rep for Glen Oaks. So when you work with us, you get another layer of support from me. So if you need any open house support, any market support, anything like that, I'm your girl. So reach out to us if there's anything we can do.
And we'll leave our information in the chat, so you can always just reach out to me or Betty, and we'll link you up with Julia. Okay, thank you, and have a great day.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Where you guys are located in Arcadia, right?
San Marino.
I'm sorry, San Marino. Got it.
On Huntington Drive. Yeah.
All right. Good morning, Nicole. How are you?
Good.
Good morning. I made it. I'm here too in your conference room.
Oh, wow.
The party in here.
You're on two screens.
Yes, Nicole Menard, Fidelity National Title. Want to say thank you to those of you that joined the training class last Wednesday. If you'd like to meet with me to discuss your farming needs, please reach out to me. I put my information in the chat. Have a fantastic day. And remember, Nicole and Yvonne, Fidelity National Title, when you're writing up your contracts, make it a great day. Bye.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Nicole. All right, let's go to Keaton with our insurance.
Morning, everybody. It's nice to see you guys. Just some quick points I wanted to bring up. Property insurance California is only continuing to get worse. There's more non-renewals and cancellations being issued by State Farm, Farmers, and other standard carriers. Some of the biggest challenges right now for both commercial and residential properties are homes that are being built before the year 1985, so the older buildings. If the house is older than that, standard carriers won't even consider it now. Unless the main systems have been updated, and those systems are HVAC, plumbing, electrical, the roof, and sometimes even the water heater. Otherwise, we have to go to surplus lines, which are a little more expensive. Some electrical panels are a no-no. Some things that I want to put on your radar, the electrical panels that most carriers don't write anymore, are Stablock, Federal Pacific, Zinsco, and Challenger. Carriers don't like that. They're outdated. They're discontinued. So those are like an auto decline. Brush is also still a big concern. We have 3 markets that do a great job with this right now. We can get a quote from them within hours and have it bindable within 24 hours. So all I ask is don't let escrow prolong or even fail to close because of an insurance-related issue. You know, call me, we can talk through it, and I'll fix your problem. I mean, that goes for you too, Ann and Linda and the Glen Oaks team. If you have a client that's struggling to find appropriate insurance, you know, I can fix that and get escrow closed for you guys. You know, I work fast and efficient. And yeah, so just let me know. I'll also put myself in the chat.
Thank you, Keaton.
Thank you, Keaton. Yeah, please put your contact information in there so that agents can have another source for insurances. Okay, let's move on to Unita Wu. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Unita Wu from Home Warranty for America, your 13 months home warranty. I just want to let everybody know, so we are changing the brochure this January 1st, 2024 to the better. We're up our maximum amount payout, and our trade call fee is still low as $75. Okay. And another thing that I did mention last time about the homeowner insurance, we are giving everybody, if they have a secondary damage and then the plumbing is covered into our home warranty, we will allow them to file another claim for the homeowner insurance up to additional $1,000. So for example, if somebody file a claim with Keaton, right, and then you get that deductible up to $1,000, then we will reimburse you up the additional $1,000. This is huge because I know a lot of homeowners, sometimes they don't have the money to call in the homeowner insurance or things like that. Now you'll be able to get that taken care. We also have a rekey up to six bulk and 4 new key that are included into the plan when you buy the upgrade system. We have an outdoor kitchen, sprinkle system included. And if you need any home warranty, please reach out to me. We're still 13 months home warranty, so we give additional 1 month free. If you guys don't have home warranty, please keep it in mind. Make sure you do a waiver, because a lot of time people, like I have a situation with these homeowners, they're like, oh, you know, they thought they bought a home warranty. They trying to file a claim, find out they never purchased the home warranty. They did not have a waiver. They end up slapping the real estate agent for $2,000 on their water heater. So keep that in mind. If you are a real estate agent and you did offer the home warranty and then they did not want it, all you need to do is sign a waiver. If they want to purchase the home warranty after close of escrow, that's okay too. We could be able to provide that buyers a home warranty after close of escrow. Even there are homeowners, if you have a referral, please send it over. I'm happy to help them. Thank you again, Home Warranty for America, Unita Wu. I'm here to help you guys, and have a wonderful day and week ahead. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Unita.
Thank
we
you.
also have Marie with us today too. Marie?
Good morning, everyone. Marie Paramore, Contempo Escrow, here to help you grow your business. I know you guys have a lot of affiliates today, so I'm not going to stay long. If you need anything for your listing appointments, you need a net sheet or anything, please let me know. Mobile homes are on the rise. If you have questions regarding mobile homes, let me know. If you have a business opportunity you want to work on, call me and I can work through that with you as well. If you need marketing supplies, call me. Have a great rest of your week. Be productive. Get out there. It's getting warmer, and the warmer it gets, people are coming out, which means people are doing business. Get out there, do your farming, do the things that you normally do in your sphere of influence, and let's go get that business. And have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Marie. So it is going to get warmer, but it's going to get wetter at the end of the week. So yeah, just know that. That being said, the caravans this week, I was just discussing that with Julia at Glen Oaks Escrow. They might be affected, so just keep that in mind. If it starts raining, that might affect our caravans later in the week and stuff. Really quick, couple of birthday shout outs. Nancy Bosberger, Patricia Ramirez, Connor Pollard, Maria Losado, David Lim, and Tim Hugh. Happy birthday to you guys. I wish you guys I hope you guys have a nice birthday week. And then we do have a new agent that's coming on board. Her name is Sharon Cowell. I don't believe she's with us today. No, but welcome aboard, Coldwell Banker George team. A couple of training reminders for this week. This Friday, we're going to have our second part to our business planning. It's in February, but it's never too late to generate your business plan. This is going to be more on the execution and scheduling. So that's going to be this Friday at 10 a.m., okay? I already discussed caravans. With that being said, with the business plan, make sure you're following your schedule, okay? It's very important to stay focused so you can hit your goals. Another source for learning is CBU, which is Coldwell Banker University, and that could be accessed through your Coldwell Banker desk, okay? Every agent has access to CB desk, which in turn you could find CBU there, okay? I do want to ask all the agents, if you're interested in attending a class that we're trying to put together, that's going to be hosted, well, hopefully it's hosted by Kate Rossi. She is the president of Agent Engagement and Sales Leadership Development. I think this would be a very, very good class for our agents. However, I do need to get a confirmation of approximately 100 agents attending. We're at about the 25 agent mark. So if you think this is something that you can benefit from, which I think everybody would benefit from, please email me your commitment to attend. This is only in person. She will not do a Zoom. I think she resides in like New Jersey or something like that, right, Peter?
Yeah.
So she's
the venue is not going to be here. It's going to be in the Holiday Inn in Monterey Park.
Right. That because that will accommodate the 100 people and stuff. But nonetheless, I need engagement from our agents. I don't have a date yet, so just email me a tentative commitment to attend and stuff, and I like to put this together, okay? Also, if any agents know of any other agents outside of our brokerage that are interested or thinking of making a switch, please contact either Doug or myself, send them our way, and we'd love to have a chat with them. There are 2 referral programs out there, both on a brokerage level and corporate level, that will compensate the agents for referring other agents, okay? They have to be outside of our affiliate, outside of the Anywhere brand. So that's Century 21, Coldwell Banker, and I think Sotheby's, right, Peter?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, we're going to start putting together a session on Thursday afternoons. It's going to be a brainstorming and a collaboration amongst colleagues and management. I think it's going to be roughly about 3 o'clock. It'll run about an hour. And basically, it's going to be an open forum for agents to come in person. This is not going to be virtual. Peter's going to be there, myself, Michelle. I don't know if Doug will be there. We're still working on all the details. But we can talk about, it's an open forum about business strategies, market updates, success stories, sharing of ideas, and then team building. So I think agents that, regardless if you're struggling or not, I think you can benefit from this, or even if not, come in and share your success stories. Okay, that'll motivate and encourage other colleagues to go out there and get business and stuff. That's all I have for today.
We still started in 2 weeks or what?
I'm gonna try to do it it's gonna be once a month, right, Peter?
Yeah.
Once a month?
Yes.
Once a month, and I think we're gonna start it we'll do it like mid-month, maybe second week of February. So I'm gonna be finalizing the marketing for it, and I'll be sending it out probably in the next 2 or 3 days. Okay, so look out for it. You can attend. You don't have to confirm or commit to it. It's just it's a good time for you to, just hear from other agents, hear from Peter, myself, Michelle, and hopefully Doug as well, okay? That being said, I'm going to hand it over to Doug for business in Arcadia. Doug, the floor is yours.
Good morning. Great meeting, Ruben. Good job. Okay, I'm just going to go through some of the listings and sales in Arcadia in the last week. We have a dental office down on Live Oak, East Live Oak. It's a full dental office, all the equipment, $350,000. So if you know any dentist that wants to move to Arcadia, they just walk in and start business. Also, Camellia's got a new property for sale in San Gabriel, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, $898 on Del Mar. Laura Shin, who's here on the meeting, she has a really nice lease in Arcadia on Arcadia Avenue, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, $4,200 a month. Real nice one there. And Nick Borelli has 3 listings. It's all in the neighborhood of Lake Avenue in California. The brand new luxury condos, 4 of them, $2,698,000 each. And the commission is 2.5% to the selling agent, okay? It's a full commission to any agent who sells this almost $3 million property, 2.5%. Okay, a couple of sales we have here. Elma Aguilar sold a property on Rosemead Boulevard in Rosemead. I think it's the corner of Ralph. $1,198,000. Shirley Guerrero did a lease in Almonte on Richwood. Nick Borelli had a buyer in Anaheim and Long Beach, $9,790,000. Zarina Carrillo had a listing sale after about a year. So don't ever give up, okay? Cathedral City, $645. Lung Chen did a lease in Monrovia, $2,650, and Shirley did another lease on Richwood for $3,000. So that's it in Arcadia. People are coming in, people are working. We're getting a lot of new listings. Keep up the good work, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank
Doug.
you for having me.
Thank you, Doug. Always a pleasure. All right. So new business for Alhambra. We have a new listings. Nina Shu has the condo, another condo that went up for sale. That's the condo complex in Monterey Park from James Shu, Pacific Plaza. So if you know of anybody that's interested in condos, nice new condos, please contact Nina Shu, okay? And then Shumei Cam has 3 leases in Alhambra for $2,500 and 2 in Monterey Park on Atlantic Boulevard, one for about $5,000 a month and the other one about $4,000 a month. I think these are commercial. That's right, Peter? Commercial.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, new escrows for last week. Judy Cortez has a residential sale for $775 in Covina. Gus has a referral in Alhambra. Karina Pang double-ended a lease in Monterey Park. Nina Shu has one of those condos that we just mentioned in escrow for $722. And Ruben Rodriguez has a residential sale in San Jacinto for $480,000. I think that's a new construction. On that same note, before I hand it over to Peter, new construction, they're offering close to 2 to 2.5% now for agents and stuff. So if you have buyers and having a tough time finding them a home, maybe look for a new construction. And they do all the paperwork, so they pretty much pay you all the commission, and you really don't have to do none of the paperwork and stuff. So other than that, Peter, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you, Ruben.
Good morning. Ruben, I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I pitch my listings? This is Marcy.
Oh, yes, Marcy. Yeah, sorry, I don't have your listing on the form for this week. I think it's going to come next week, right?
Oh, yeah, it is.
But it's okay. Go for it. Go for it.
Can I pitch it? Sorry, Peter, is that okay?
That's okay. No problem.
Okay, so real quick, I have 2 new listings in the Northeast LA area. Cypress Park to be specific. It's the first one is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and it's approximately 900 square feet. It's going to be listed at $795. It is a fixer, but that area is adjacent to Mount Washington. So there's $1 million properties in that area. And then the second one is a 5-unit that consists of a 2-bedroom, 1 bath and 4 1-bedroom, 1 bath. Also in the same area of Northeast LA. That one is on a 10,000 square foot lot with plenty of room to add any additional dwelling units. That one's going to be listed at 1.5, and I expect these to hit the market probably February 14th. So for Valentine's Day, if you guys have anyone interested, call me and I'll give you more details. But I'm excited about these 2 listings.
Great, Marcy.
Thank
if you have You're welcome. If you have a flyer, I can distribute it company-wide as well.
So the reason for the delay is the photographer, the properties aren't ready to photograph, so I don't have any of that. And I'm starting to do the marketing on it, but I just need photos. So once I have that, I'll get it to you so you can shoot it out to everyone.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Marcy. Good luck to you. Also, if any other agents have want to pitch their listing, regardless if it's Arcadia or Alhambra, please just let Doug know or let myself know, and we'll give you some time, okay?
Oh, and Ruben, I'm so sorry. Can I interrupt really quickly? I just totally forgot. So there's an event this Wednesday that is going to have a coach, David Keys. And I know the Arcadia office is in the meeting today. It is free for anyone that is an Arcadia Association of Realtors member. And it's on Wednesday. I actually put it in the chat. So you click on the link in the flyer. So I would love to see you guys there. Okay, that's it.
Awesome. Thanks for that information, Ann. All right, Peter, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you, Ruben. Good morning, everybody. Go back to George. And I know time is running late, so I'm going to go to my presentation today. Okay, I'm going to share the market update with you again. It has been a while. I think it's almost a year, month and a half, but since the last time I shared the market update. But anyway, you know, all eyes are on the economy, the U.S. economy nowadays, and nobody has a crystal ball. But you know, a lot of but there's no consensus. Some people are thinking that you know, we are right in the brink of a recession. Some people think that, hey, you know, we have a soft landing and the economy will be coming back on track. And but one thing is for sure, you know, last week the Fed gave an indication that the inflation has been tamed to 2.6%. Now it has not been to the level that they wanted that yet, but like 2% is the level that they want to have the inflation. But the 2.6% is nothing to sneer about, you know. So for sure they are not for sure, but the 70% they think that they will reduce the interest rate in their March meeting, and it will be 90% that they will reduce another one in May or April. So that's a good news, you know, because right now you know, the economy is getting better. Actually, last year they have a 3.5% GDP you know, increase. So that's a pretty healthy increase of GDP. And actually, when you look at the bond market, which is a good indication where the interest rate will be going, you know, as you know, that the bonds are inversely proportional to the interest rate. In other words, if the bonds go up, the interest rate will go down, or vice versa. So you can see recently the bonds are starting to go up. So that's an anticipation, and that's a prediction that the interest rate will come down in the near future. Because you look at the 10-year bond rate, this is coming having getting gradually increased. So so that's a good indication that the interest rate will come down in the next couple of months or so. And as a matter of fact, it has manifested in the 30-year fix of the interest rate. Now the mortgage rate is 6.69%, which is down from like 77.2% a month ago. So you can see that the mortgage rate is coming down, and hopefully by the time that the Fed will reduce the interest rate in March, that will further reduce the mortgage rate to like maybe 6% or even 5.5%. That would be great. Now, but because of the interest rate, the demand that the application for the mortgage is still pretty anemic, because it's not that they don't have the buyers demand, but they have a lot of buyer interest, but then they cannot afford it because the interest rate is so high, and they cannot qualify for the loans. So most of the time they are staying at a very anemic level at this point. And you can see that the sales is keep going down for the last few months. And you can see that the sales for the December 2023, it was 224,000 units, which is like almost a half as what the peak was. So it was a decrease of 7.1% over the last year, and you can see that it's still going down because of the interest rate is still pretty up there, So we can see that in California, all those regions, the 5 regions, they are substantially the price, the home sales are substantially lower by more than 20%. And you can see that in 2023, all the regions that dropped more than 20%. And the single family residence pending sale is at 3.3 thousand, which is less than half of what the peak was. Well, this is no surprise because there was not much inventories there. The sellers are locked in the low interest rate, and they are not about to give that up. But the thing is, the price keep increasing for the last 6 months in a row, and the price of the average house in California is $819,740, which is a little bit decrease of 0.3% compared to last month. But the general trend is that the California price will keep on increasing. As a matter of fact, it was projecting that 5.7% in 2024. So if you are expecting a reduction in the price, good luck. I don't think it's going to materialize. And now, even though the prices is down annually, all the prices everywhere is getting to go up again. So I think they are starting to the price is starting to increase, especially when they're anticipating that the interest rate is going to get lower, so more people can afford to buy, and the buyers' interest is still very high, and that's the only way to hedge the money against the inflation. So naturally, as I said, if you're expecting a reduction in price, good luck. But nevertheless, the inventory shortage and plus the high interest rate create a really big gap on the affordability. Like they have a cushion right here, from this lower bound to the upper bound. Even at the upper bound, there's a substantial discrepancy between the upper bound and the present price of the average house in California. And see that it's a big gap. You know, you can most of the buyers can afford 558,760, but the price and average home in California is 845,180. So you know, unless you can you have some way to overcome this this gap, you cannot afford to buy a house. That is why at this present time it's only 17. The affordability is only 17%, meaning that only 17% of the population can afford to buy an average house in California. That is that's very I mean, what can I say? You know, that is in historically this is the lowest in the last 3 decades. So unless the interest rate come down a little bit, this is not going to appear very good in the, you know, prospectively. But there's no foreclosure or no REOs at this time being, because as you know that 95% of the houses have at least 20% equity, and almost 90% have at least 30% equity, meaning that you know, if they want to liquidate their house, they still have money left over when they sell the property. So they, you know, and they are locked in a very low interest rate, so there's no incentive for them to sell. And that is why they even though you know, they might not be able to afford to pay the mortgage, they can sell their properties on the open market and get the equity out and avoid the foreclosure and REOs. So that's why there is not much foreclosure on the horizon, and this will be a lot different from the 2008, where you know at that time you 1 out of 3 has less than 20% equity. So the situation is much different than like 2008, and then 2008 is not going to happen again. And also, so you look at the delinquency currently is only half of the historical average. So meaning that, hey, you know, not too much people, you know, as far as the residential mortgage is concerned, there is not much of a danger of for being foreclosed. But that on commercial real estate is a different story, because the commercial real estate is usually on an adjustable interest rate. And by the time this year, which they project as you know, $117 billion come on due in 2024, and when that comes due, they have to either refinance or pay down the loans or sell the property. So that will be a lot different, because right now the interest rate they are paying is 9.75. Okay, you think that 6% is high? 9.75 for commercial, my friend. So commercial real estate is totally different. So that's why I'm expecting the commercial real estate there will be some more foreclosure down the road, and then you know, you can prepare yourself and handle those commercial foreclosure, and get the clients to have some money and to scoop up some good commercial real estate. Okay. And actually, I sent up I sent a letter to you and asking you to approach your lender and find out you know, some of the distressed property in commercial real estate, and so you can help them or help yourself, you know, because you know, it's a win-win situation. If you can help your clients to sell the commercial real estate, that solve their problem, and then you have a handsome profit. So that's a win-win situation for you and for your clients. Okay, and now the median day on the market is at 33 days. I mean, you know, still not too bad, but compared to like 10 days back in you know, the March or 2022, that's a far cry. So, but not too bad. It's you know, it's about the month, meaning that you put the property on sale in the 33 days, you have an offer for that piece of property. And the active listing with reduced price is at 30%, which means that the seller are willing to negotiate with you for a lower price. So don't give up. Don't get disappointed when you see the higher price. Maybe you can negotiate for reduced price. Okay. And the percentage home closed above the list price is still at 32%, meaning that the price is still stubbornly high, you know. And some sellers are not willing to give up the high price. And also there's a lot of demand for the buyers, because there's a lot of buyers want to buy a piece of property in order to hedge for the inflation. So so basically, right now the housing market outlook is that the single family residence sales it was the lowest in 2023. Actually, the lowest in a decade. But it's projected to rise again in 2024 to 327,000 units, which is an increase of 27% in 2024. Median price is keep on going, and it will, as I said, it will project to have a 5.7% increase in 2024. But unfortunately, the housing affordability still remain at 17%, which is not very favorable for the buyers. And the 30-year fixed mortgage is at 6.3%. That's a projected the rate, and 6.3% is manageable, you know. And if who knows, maybe Fed will give us some leniency and further reduce the interest rate. Now, last year they promised to reduce it at least 3 times in 2024. But maybe if you know, they're more lenient, they may reduce it 4 or 5 times, and then bring down the interest rate to 5.5, and that will be a very, very favorable rate for the mortgage market. So let's keep our fingers crossed, and I think all in all, 2024 looks up pretty good. Okay, so just go. You have to go out there and drum up business. Okay, I'll stop here. If there's any questions, please ask me now. Right on time. I'm glad. Thank you.
I thought we were running a lot behind, but
yeah,
I think we did pretty good. You know, considering.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like any questions for Peter or anybody? Affiliates?
No, just a comment. Remember I mentioned about the long time ago, the Moody predicted last year that the rate is going to drop for 3 times.
Yeah.
Start from the third quarter. Guess what? If you know Peter Letterman, who is the professor of UPenn, and give a delivery forecast 4 times a year. On the first time this year, he predict it's going to be rated to go down for 5 times.
Oh, really good. Well, that's
what he said, you know. I hope that is the case. Yeah.
Yeah, let's hope so, Steve.
Just
sometimes
for your
you
information.
have to be more optimistic, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
All right.
Any more comments or questions?
I have a question, Peter.
Okay, Ethan.
You mentioned that 17% of residents right now can afford the average price of a home. Right. Is there any correlation to California residents like leaving the state in response to that percentage? Because 17%
oh yeah, definitely.
is ridiculous.
Oh, definitely. They cannot afford to buy a decent house in California, so they go out of state and buy a much cheaper one and much more affordable house in Texas and other states. Yeah, that's
something has got to change.
Yeah, right, you're right. It's crazy. Nowadays you have to make over $200,000 a year to afford an average house in California. Keaton.
That's not
Come on,
doable.
how many graduates can then make $200,000 right off from college?
Maybe like 5% of them.
Yeah, see?
That's it.
I
Actually,
know, it's crazy.
The exodus of California is one of the reasons why California is now in a deficit, because they're losing taxes from property taxes and income taxes, because everybody's leaving the state. Those who can't afford it. Yep.
Yeah. One thing the government need to do is modify their zoning requirement to ease their high density. I mean the density in the this government level. You have to do that and reduce the requirement, the parking requirement, because right now such as in the downtown, the parking requirement already been done. On the new projects that already been done. I was told the city of Arcadia already is their density requirement. In 1 acre, usually you can build 20, maybe increase to 30, maybe it's going to go higher. And that is the movement probably all over some of the major cities. Of course, not Beverly Hills, not San Marino. That's like what I was told.
Thank you for sharing.
All right. Any further questions or comments before we conclude this meeting? All right. Well, have a fabulous week, everybody. I'm sorry.
Yep. Have a nice week, guys.
Have a nice week. We'll see you guys next Monday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.